Men and women aren't equal in relationships. We don't want equal things from our relationships. We don't bring equal things into the relationship. And we don't communicate equally. We're different. Guys and girls, we communicate differently, and that's okay. That's how we complement each other. That's how we lift each other up and become that opposite yet complementary side of the coin that is love. So how do we bridge the gap? We know that men and women think differently. We always hear about how men are more logically minded, women tend to be more emotionally based. Men tend to be more responsibility motivated, women tend to be more nurturing, caretaking motivated. Men tend to be more filled up, energized by the idea of respect. Women tend to be more energized and filled up by the idea of love and emotionality. So how do we bridge that in our relationship? How do we actually give our partner what they want from us while actually stepping back and being able to still receive what we want from them? So I got a little handy list here I made. These actually all come out of a book chapter that I wrote on the subject. Just talking about bridging the gap between men and women and what we each want in a relationship. So you see, men, when it comes to your woman, you need to love her unconditionally and consistently, even when she makes mistakes. Guys, you need to recognize she's not coming at the world with your same perspective, your same mindset, your same thoughts about things like responsibility and duty. She's coming at the perspective of a woman. She's coming at your relationship, bringing the things and the ideas and the emotionalities of a woman. And you need to appreciate that and love her for who she is, not the things she does or could be doing. Ladies, you need to respect his opinions and decisions, even if you disagree with them. See, this is like a core difference between us, the idea of love and respect. See, women, you get filled up when you feel your man's emotionality, when you feel his love. But men, we get filled up, we get energized when we feel like we have earned our woman's respect. And it's because amongst men, respect isn't just something that's given away freely just because of who you are. It has to be earned between us. So when we see our woman respecting us, giving respect to our decisions or our opinions, it fills us up because it feels like we have earned something from her. We become the kind of man that she actually deserves because we have earned her respect. Men, you need to understand her feelings and emotions, even if they seem irrational and illogical. Guys, your lady's not coming at the world with your same perspective as a man. She's not going to be looking at things as so black and white, saying this is this, this is that. She's looking at things of how she feels within them, how the relationship makes her feel. She's looking at the world through her heart a little bit. And it's something you need to actually try to do, guys. You need to step back and recognize that sometimes we as men need to take off our own black and white blinders and look at the world through some rose-colored glasses. We need to put on the glasses of emotionality and actually try to feel and empathize for our women. Ladies, you need to appreciate his efforts and achievements, even when they seem small or insignificant. You see, this is kind of another thing that goes back to the difference between love and respect with men and women. Our achievements is kind of how we measure ourselves up. This is why when men are getting to know each other and stuff, the very first question is, what do you do for a living? What do you do for work? What is your education? It's not questions like who you are, what do you want from life? It's where are you going in life? What kind of man are you going to become? What kind of man have you already become? And ladies, if you can show your appreciation for those things, it shows us not so much that you just appreciate whatever little accomplishment we've done, but yet you appreciate the path we're on, and that little accomplishment was simply one stepping stone along that path towards our ultimate goal. And when we feel that, that is like putting race fuel into our engine. This fills us up. It makes us want to achieve our next goals. It makes us want to double down and be better for you. Men, you need to cherish her uniqueness and beauty, even when they're not conventional or ideal. Your lady is just a lady. She's just human. She's not perfect. She's not a 10. And she's not going to be. If she was perfect, she'd be off saving the world and humanity and not being your woman. So there's that. But you need to learn to love her for who she is. She's not always going to be that smoking hot 23-year-old. We grow, we age, we mature. And as you grow with her and she matures, you need to recognize the true beauty that's coming out of her. you need to recognize the beauty that she's growing into. And while her physical looks, they will fade with age. Ladies, I'm sorry, that's the thing that's going to happen. But men, the beauty she can develop within, and the beauty she can bring out within you and in your relationship together, that is something that will last longer than anything physical. That is something that will fill you up in ways her physical looks won't. That is something that will bring you joy the way being with a smoking hot lady won't. Ladies, you need to admire his skills and talents, even if they're different from yours. You see, men, again, just like how we pride ourselves on what we do as a man is a lot of who we picture ourselves to be. It's a lot of our identity within us. And that encompasses things like our skills. Your man may not be a rich guy. He may be a mechanic working at a body shop. But you know what? If he's the best mechanic there, you need to let him know. If he knows his way around a vehicle like nobody else, if he can rip that thing apart and turn it into a race car if he had the money to, something looking like a Fast and Furious movie, you need to let him know. And then watch as that fills him up and energizes him and makes him want to even be more successful and be better. Makes him want to go from just being the lead tech to the general manager of the body shop. Makes him want to start his own shop and become an entrepreneur. That kind of thing, because your voice is that powerful to your man. Men, you need to secure her safety and comfort, even if she can take care of herself. It's modern times, it's not the 1700s. Your lady can go out, get a job, get an apartment. She can live her own life. She doesn't really need you per se, but you have to secure her anyways. You have to make her feel as though she is secure physically, taking care of things. You're not going to let her be homeless. You're not going to let her be destitute. You're not going to let her be hurt by some threat. But more importantly, she needs to feel secure emotionally. She needs to feel that you actually have the emotional wherewithal and availability to be there for her, to give into her, to support her, and give her the support that she's going to need as a woman. Because as a woman, she's going to need more emotional support than you do as a man. That's what we're talking about. Ladies, you need to need his help and advice, even if you can do things on your own. We know you're all strong, independent ladies. That's great. Your man wants to feel needed by you. We have a need within us as men to be needed. It goes right back to the responsibility thing and to the earning of respect. If we feel as though our woman actually needs us, she doesn't need us in the sense that she can't live without us. She doesn't need us for our money, whatever. But she has needs for us. She has needs for who we are as a man, for who we, or the things we bring that are unique just for us to the table, to the relationship. The things that we do for just her that other men can't do. We need to know that you have a need for that. And when we do feel that, when you let us know that you need, that you have that want, that desire within you, it's kind of like one part reassuring us in our relationship where we sit with you, one part reassuring us how deep and true your love truly is, and one part kind of giving us a little kick in the ass, letting us know we can't slack off. We have people that need us. We have people that depend on us for things, and that if we become some loser slacking off, our relationship's gonna fail because of that. Men, you need to support her dreams and goals, even when they're different from yours. We're different. She's gonna have different dreams and different goals from you. If her big dream in life isn't becoming some millionaire with a yacht and a private plane, but becoming some amazing mom to some little kids that are wonderful and that love her and that love you as your daddy, then you need to embrace that. You need to try to support that as her goal. Even if yours is to get the $1 million, even if yours is to own the yacht and the plane. You have different goals, and that's a good thing. Because if you both were exactly the same, you probably wouldn't be working out together. You'd be, instead of being in a relationship, you'd be business partners. And then we'd see how good that really works out. Ladies, you need to desire his touch and intimacy even when you're not in the mood. Now hear me out here. I'm not saying you need to allow him to force himself upon you, or you need to just give in to him at the moment's notice whenever he drops his pants. That's not what I'm saying. A relationship is a consensual, loving thing. What I'm saying is the emotionality behind wanting to be intimate with us, that desire that you have for us, that's what he needs to feel. He needs to feel that you want to be with him. Not necessarily right now when he asks for it, but he needs to know that you have that physical desire for him, that you see him as something sexy and that's something you want to be intimate with. And let him know. When you do let him know, he's gonna step up. We don't let that stuff slide as men. That means stuff to us. When our woman lets us know we're truly desired, that's like her letting us know that she's gonna forsake all other men because they're nothing, because you are the only thing she truly has eyes for. You are the spotlight that is holding her attention. Ladies, you need to value, men, you need to value her opinions and preferences, even when they're not the same as yours. Just like her goals, her opinions aren't going to be the same as yours. Even in little discussions, things as small and stupid as like politics, you as a man are going to be looking at the world through a more black and white, rational kind of mindset, generally speaking. She is going to be looking at things a little more able to empathize and see things from other perspectives. You need to embrace that. You need to look at that and realize she's bringing things into the situation. She's bringing perspectives that maybe I can't have, that maybe I don't have as a man. She's bringing insights that I'm not going to be able to see as a man. And that's a powerful thing. That's a good thing. It may be a disagreement right now that we're talking about, but it's a good thing because it's a point of growth for both of you. If you can recognize her opinions, her differences as being not only valid, but being something positive she's bringing into the table, that she's bringing into the relationship, then it's not an argument. It might be a disagreement, it might be a discussion, it might be a difference, but there's no fighting. It's working through things, it's seeing each other's perspectives and points of view, and it's growing to meet and to match each other's perspectives and points of view. Ladies, you need to trust him. You need to trust his intentions and his actions, even when they're not what you expect. See, guys, if there's one thing we can do, it's be decisive and impulsive. But you need to trust that if we're deciding something, if we're jump into something for our relationship, it's because he feels that that is genuinely the best course of action and going to give the best outcome for you in the relationship. If we love you, we're not going to do things to purposely hurt you. Situations like that happen. We can talk about that all day later. That's not what I'm talking about now. When your man's in love with you, he wants to do right by you. He wants to do you justice. He wants to give you the things in life that you want and that you need, and to be there and build a great life with you. And you need to trust that he has those intentions, because if you don't, the minute he makes a mistake or the minute one of his plans goes awry, it's going to go from him wanting to do that to better the relationship into being a point of resentment. Why did he do that? Why was he like that at that point? Why was he doing that thing? So just try to trust him. Trust that he may not be going against something you want. He may be trying to engage something with you that he thinks you do want, or maybe thinks that will be better for the relationship or better you guys. Just trust that he actually has your best intentions at heart. And of course, how do we bridge the gap? If I can talk a lot. How do we bridge the gap between how men and women look at the world, at these two things from these different perspectives? Well, first is recognize that your partner has a different way of looking at the world and of loving and of showing love and being loved than you do. You have to recognize that we're simply different, and that's a good thing. Ladies, if you're with a man, you chose to be with a man for a reason. Men, if you're with a woman, you chose that for a reason. It's because that opposite sex, that opposite gender gives you, she brings you something that your heart can't have on its own. He brings you something that your heart can't get just from you as a woman. And those differences are good. Those are what allows us to have a relationship, to build each other up, to not just sit there in one place stagnating because we're both the same and we're both totally equal, and that's just that. We're stuck. Number two is to actually ask your partner what makes them feel loved. Guys, this is a big one for us. It's easy for us just to, yeah, I hugged her, I loved her, whatever. I told her I love you last week. We're in the bed together this week. It's all good. It's not all good. She needs to feel that love, and you need to actually see how she needs to feel it. So you got to be willing to go up and ask. Ladies, you need to ask your man, what does he actually want from you? You may be thinking you're the best woman ever, and you may be genuinely trying to be that, giving him love and showing him love and affection. But that may not be what he wants right now. He may want something else. He may want to feel whether or not you actually appreciate him. That may be how he actually knows that you truly love him. So ask him, just ask him, how can I best show you how I love you? What do you want from me as far as a partner goes so that you feel loved? Number 3 is just show your partner love and respect in the way they prefer, not in the way that you prefer. I have my own way that I want to be loved. My wife knows that. She tries to show me that love in that way. She has her own way she wants to be loved. If I try to love her the way I want her to love me, I'm gonna fail. Because I'm trying to fulfill my needs, not hers. I'm trying to fulfill my wants and wishes, not hers. But if I can look at her as a unique person and say, all right, my wife has these wants and needs instead. She wants to feel my emotionality and support, that I actually do love her. She wants to feel that security, that I have eyes for her and nobody else. She wants to feel so on and so forth. Just list out whatever variables in your relationship. Those are different from what you want, and that's a good thing. That's how we actually build a relationship. And finally, is just learn to appreciate the differences you two have. We're different. Men and women are different. And that's why we're able to build relationships of love in which we each hold each other up, in which we each take on different aspects and different responsibilities and different duties within the relationship. But together, all those differences add up to make it so that the whole of that relationship, all the duties, all the responsibilities that a relationship truly needs to succeed, are taken care of in total. It's not me living my life only half fulfilled because she's trying to live her life the way she wants, and she's only half fulfilled because I'm trying to live the way I want. We're trying to live together the way our partner wants, so that way we're each fulfilling each other totally, and we're each able to take on those things. She's able to take on those things, those responsibilities, those traits that I don't have and that I can't take on because I'm a man, and vice versa. So embrace the inequality. Know that it's a good thing. We don't have to be the same. In fact, we shouldn't be the same. You hear opposites attract. Men and women attract because we're fulfilling different needs for each other. That's how it should be.